Alright guys, so Microsoft has released a new version, or let's say an update, and it's World Update 16. Let's take a look at the website. And in this World Update, I have to say, this has been a long awaited update. I thought it would never come true. This has always been my dream ever since I started playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, to have some enhancements for the Caribbean, because third-party developers, while they do a lot for the Caribbean, I'd have to say that the Microsoft team themselves, the updates that they would do to the Caribbean were always so limited, and I just always wanted to go back home and do some flights. So anyway, we're happy to see that they've done this, and they've released the World Update 16 for the Caribbean, including my home country, Jamaica. Alright, so I'm just gonna go briefly here and just read this first section. So they're saying World Update 16 Caribbean covers a broad swath of Caribbean locales, including Antigua, Aruba, Bahamas, Barbados, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, Dominica Republic, Grenada, Haiti. Oh my goodness, Haiti has always been left out. Even third-party developers have never really done much for Haiti. So that's a good thing to see here. Jamaica, Puerto Rico, St. Kitts and Nevis, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos, and the United States Virgin Islands. All right. And we can see a picture here of Sangster's International Airport in Montego Bay. Alright, and Atlantis in the Bahamas. Anyway, we're gonna switch over to the simulator, and we're just gonna take a look at the map. Alright, so let us switch this to daytime as well so that we can see. Yeah, alright. So looking at the map, we can see there are a few points of interest that are here. Let's start with in the northern section. So the first one is the first one is Sangster's International Airport in Montego Bay. All right. So this is probably one of the most busiest airports in the Caribbean, and certainly the most busy in Jamaica. And we're gonna take a look at this airport. It's pretty well modeled. I'm really happy. The only thing I wish that they also did a little bit more of is like some of the scenery in the surrounding areas, so along the coastline here. While we do have the water masking, the buildings are still the default buildings. So if they could have done a little bit more. They did a little bit on this side here, on the approach side of this runway, where they did the Uemona extension campus in Montego Bay. So they have it over here. That is modeled, but I would definitely love if they did some of these buildings over here, right? Okay, so moving on from there, we also have the Montego Bay Convention Center. That's also modeled in the game. That's pretty cool. And the Rose Hall Great House. So those two locations are modeled. The next spot that's modeled is all the way in the Old Harbor here in St. Catherine. That's a parish. And it's Colbeck Castle. I've never really heard of this place before, even though I lived in Jamaica for almost all my life. But every day you learn something new, right? So this is Colbeck Castle. I guess we'll do some more research on this and find out what it's all about. Something about colonial era architecture there, right? All right. Anyway, next is here, Independence Park and King's House. So let's look at King's House. So King's House right here. Let's see, where is it located? Yeah, so in relation to other stuff, let's look. Alright, so this is the Mona Dam, or yeah, not dam, it's Mona Reservoir. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the, if I'm not mistaken, the office of the Prime Minister, right? Yep. So, and I think this is Old Hope Road here. But yeah, you have King's House, so we'll go take a look at that as well. Maybe we can do some helicopter missions and such like that, right? And we have Independence Park. So this is the National Stadium, and it's modeled, and Stadium East is also modeled, but the Stadium West is not modeled as much. It's just using default buildings and default satellite imagery, right? So, but I'm still very happy because it was very ugly before. It was using default buildings for the stands and stuff like that. The Black Shark, yeah, tried its best, but it just did not come out good at all. Anyway, yep, so those are the main points of interest in Jamaica. Even Norman Manley International is not a part of this world update. This is a third-party mod that I installed. And I did have a third-party mod for Sangsters International as well, but I had to uninstall that for it to work, right? Okay, so alright, let's hop in. So let's go to, I think this is the IAM FBO. So let's set that there and let's go take a look. Okay, it's cloudy. Okay, so we're at Montego Bay. So as you can see, yeah, it was some of the default buildings. So I'm just gonna hop in here and then I'm gonna immediately just go to the developer camera and I'm gonna go debug and I'm going to options and pause the simulation, right? Okay, so when using the debug camera, it's a lot easier to fly around because the higher we go, the faster the camera moves, and it's variable. So that's easy to move. And then we pause the simulation because as the camera moves away from the airplane, it starts to unload the scenery, and then the scenery will go up and down based on the LOD, and the plane will be up and down and might crash, right? So that's why we did that. Alright, so this starting out is the IAM FBO. Let's just look at this. So this was one quick thing that I noticed was wrong. So I guess they can fix this, but yeah, so it's the IAM Jet Center, right? So this is like where all your private jet and rich people come to fly out from Montego Bay, right? So this is pretty neat. I think this is even better than, this is a better model than the third-party airport that I had installed before, right? So it's pretty cool. Yeah, so you have the fence, the garbage, the lights, the power utility stuff, even the parking lot with the hedge. I mean, like, this is really cool, right? It would be so cool if you could go inside, but yeah, I don't think inside is modeled. But yeah, you have the gate and the street, right? So I think some of these buildings here, are these default buildings? No, they're not. I think they are custom buildings. Yeah, I think they're custom buildings. But that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's actually really like this because you do have palm trees lining the avenue or the street coming down to this jet center here, and that's pretty cool. It's very accurate. One part that's not accurate is I think the fence. Yeah, I think the fence is actually on this side of the road. Yeah, so I think the fence is on this side of the road, and it prevents you from, because you see how this road just ends here? That's not accurate. I don't think so. I think it goes some more. But yeah, I think the fence is on the other side of the road, and you enter and then you can go to the jet center, because you can drive up to the jet center without going through security or anything like that, right? So I think this is like a public road, right? Anyway, let's continue. Now, what I was impressed with is I think the runway has the extension. So recently Sangsters International had worked on runway 25, and they extended it out to here, and they have the extension. So I guess the world update was like waiting on the extension and everything to complete before they did the Caribbean. But yeah, they have the runway extension, which is pretty cool. I'm almost pretty sure this is extended. I don't think it was this long before. Alright, and then over here by the coast, yeah, it's just the default buildings. They're not bad actually. They're really pretty good, especially like if you're in the, you're flying around in your aircraft, you're not gonna be paying too much attention to this. But they did add some trees and stuff like that, so it kind of, spruced up the area a bit. But yeah, they're still using the default buildings. They did, I think they've added some boats as well, but I don't really think boats hang out here. Oh wow, I didn't see this. I've never seen this before. Okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. They have umbrellas on the beach. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I think it's, yeah, one of these places here. They have some piers that go out and have boats, and the boats will be like in this area, not really where they are right now. So we can take a look at the GPS, not the GPS, but the Google Maps, and we can see where that would have been. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I didn't realize that they had the beach and the umbrellas. The firehouse. Let's straighten the camera. And like, look at this detail. So they have the hedging and the poles. I'm really liking this. And they have like, I guess this is like underground fuel. And they have like some, I said, what do you call these? 3D objects and stuff like that. Some fire extinguishers. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's almost pretty accurate. I think what's missing here is there is a bit of pavement, and you can access the firehouse from this road here, and they don't have that. So I guess they just decided not to put that in. But there's like a gate. I don't think they use it all that often, but it's a way to enter the firehouse as well. I don't know. Maybe somebody who works at the airport can let us know. Oh yeah, this is lined up pretty good, and it's pretty cool. Oh, and one other thing that's missing is there are signs here that actually say "Do not enter," right? So they don't have those signs. That's missing. So I did do a mod for this airport, and it's on flightsim.to, and that's why I kind of know so much about it, because like these missing signs, because I did a lot of research just to try and build the airport as accurate as possible. I couldn't do the 3D buildings as yet, so I didn't do that, but maybe I'll come through with a new mod that adds those signs and like some additional things to just complete the airport scenery. Alright, so let's go at the end of this runway 7. So they have the windsock and the VOR. Yep, so this is a VOR for the airport. Oh yeah, and they have the seawall. So this is pretty nice as well. And if you watch a lot of plane spotting videos from on YouTube, this is a very popular spot where you'll see the guy who does those videos. He films, and there's a red and white picket fence, and I guess this is exactly where he sits. So maybe he owns one of these cars here and films. So that's pretty cool. Continuing. No, I need to check Google Maps for this because I don't know if this road actually runs behind the airport right here. I'm not so sure. I need to check Google Maps, but yeah, they have the road, because if that were the case, I'd be like taking a trip to Jamaica just to watch the planes fly right overhead, right? Just down on the runway. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It would be a very cool plane spotting spot. Alright, and over here, so this is where I was saying they've modeled some of the scenery outside of the airport. So as you can see here, this is saying the UWI Mona Western Jamaica Campus Hall of Residence. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and yeah, look, they have a red stripe here sign, and wings and things. Chase the flavors. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I wish more of this could have been done to like the coastline over there. That would kind of complete it for me. Over here now it's just like some boats and stuff, and you can see some protected area for beaches. These are probably like hotels, like smaller hotels and stuff, but these are just default 3D movies from the Black Shark AI. Okay, so back to the airport. Yeah, so we have like, I guess this is like some cargo area and like offices. So this is like a warehouse or something. I don't really know, but this is pretty accurate. Yeah, they have this wall here, and this warehouse is pretty accurate. And these stands here, yeah, they're pretty nice. Like, let's talk about the textures a little bit. Like, they have some really good textures. I just really like it. It just looks nice and clean. It's not like the sharpest textures. They're a bit blurry, but I think they're good for what, you know, what we got. We got this for free, right? And yeah, this is like pretty nice, and they have like a lot of clutter, and we're getting good frame rates. I think most thing is for my setting is set to high, and a few things are ultra, but yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, like some construction here. Alright, so let's go to the air side of the terminal. Alright, you'll see me adjusting camera a bit, because like as you move around, the developer camera stays fixed, and like the planet is spinning and stuff like that, so it kind of gets off axis a little bit at times. So I'll just keep doing that. Yeah, so the air side, look at the amount of clutter. That's like crazy amounts of clutter, right? And that's nice, and I'm still getting good frame rates. Yeah, and look at the textures on the wall. There's some damage there. It's not like a clean building, right? So that you can, when you get close, you can see it's not really ultra sharp, but like from about here, you know, you're sitting in your cockpit here looking at the wall. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but this looks good. Yeah. So this is the air side. So when I'm at the airport, I'm normally on this, in this section of the airport. So I normally fly out from here, or when I arrive in the island, I normally land in here. I don't know if this section is for like maybe larger aircraft, maybe coming from Europe. And then here we have like the smaller 737s, sorry, and A320s that maybe come on this side. Right, I don't know. But yeah, this is nice. And look at this, we can go inside. So this is a new section of the airport. I have a picture, I took a picture standing right here of this. So that's pretty cool to see. And we can look out at our airplane. So there's like a door here to go into this part of the terminal, but you know, it's not there, but it's fine. Like there, and then there's like, there should be like a door somewhere here, I guess, that you yeah, so see, it's not really there. Yeah. Oh, cool. We're inside. How long can we stay inside? This is pretty cool. But yeah, this inside here is not modeled. So this is the this would be like the departure hall, where you'll come in and check in and stuff like that. That'd be cool, right? And then, oh no, sorry, yeah. Oh, it's over here actually. Okay, we go down to it. Yeah, so over here is the departure, right? Yeah, over here is the departure, and then over here is the arrivals. So yeah, so yeah, so that, yeah, you get it. I'll go through that at another time. But anyway, let's continue down this section. So we have our gates here as well. So you have the gate, I think it's a gate door, I don't know. And let's, maybe not, maybe to an office. Okay, oh, so see, yeah, so the gate, so in reality this wall is not here, right? In reality it's not really here. So this is like a fully open concept all the way down. That's how, and then like you have like gates on each side, and then in some sections you have shops, right? So I think like in this section here, there's like a shop in here in this section, and you have almost like a house in a house. If you've ever been to Montego Bay Airport, there's like this restaurant, I don't remember the name right now, but there's this restaurant in the airport, and it's like a full building inside the building, which is kind of cool. I've bought something at that restaurant before, but it was like crazy expensive, right? Tourist stuff. Anyway, yeah, so the modeling of the inside is a little bit different, but yeah, it's not like this where you check in and then go to your gate like here. No, I think they just took a little bit of a shortcut and just made it simpler for them to just do that, but that's not how it is, right? Because you can walk from all the way over there all the way down here, and it's all of this building is fully open. You can see from one end to the other end. Yeah, but looking here, it's just around. Yeah, and there was some expansion work done here recently as well, and I think they've kind of captured it, because you can see, you see that line there? I think that was where the end of the tarmac was, this little faint line right there. And they've did the expansion work here so that these gates could push back, I guess, without having to go all the way out there. But yeah, this is where the hotel buses come. So the buses will, you know, you get off your flight, because they do sell packages. So like, you know, you'll pay for one thing, they pay one one cost, and then you'd have like the airfare, the transportation and hotel fees and everything covered. So if you do that, the buses park here, and once you exit customs, somewhere here, right, you will just walk over to here and you'll hop on your bus, right? So yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's look at the land side. So right here is arrivals, yeah. And I thought this was funny. I don't know if it says this in real life, but restricted mobile pickup only, yeah. So I've been picked up at this spot right here many times. So yeah, Songsters Airport. Yeah, so this is a spot a lot of people take pictures, right? I love Montego Bay. And you have the parking lot, so you can park. And this parking lot, I think, is a paid parking, so I don't see the parking. Maybe this is it. Maybe that's what they think the parking office is. But there's like a little booth or something you can pay. Anyway, this is the departure side of the airport, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Like for some reason, I don't know why, but like in the game it feels smaller, right? Looking at this, it just feels smaller. Like to me, like this little section here just feels small. I don't know. Maybe there's like a scaling thing in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I know previous Microsoft Flight Simulators had that scaling thing, but I thought they got rid of it in this latest version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it just feels a little bit smaller to me. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so this is another spot where I found, oh yeah, so here, I guess this is the park, but the parking, the booth I think is on the other side. But the signs here are oriented in the wrong direction. And oh, I just saw this. What's this? This is like a hybrid tree. I just saw that. It's like what's this? Like two different trees in one. I think that's what they did. They combined the hedge and something else. But yeah, the signs are in the wrong direction because, as you can see, the arrows are pointing in the right direction. This is where the traffic comes in, because in Jamaica we drive on the left-hand side of the road, right? And the signs are facing the wrong direction, right? So all the signs on this side are facing the wrong direction. Yeah, but the signs on this side are all in the right direction. So see, yeah, because the traffic is going this way. So I guess if like the developers see this, they can fix that, right? And I guess this section here is like the employee parking. So yeah, so that's it for the Montego Bay Airport. This is a tower. This was like the previous tower, and then I guess this is like I guess just a ground controller, but the new tower is over here. Yeah, so this is the new fancy tower. Yeah, you can see there. That's pretty cool. Alright, so the next place we're gonna take a trip over to the Montego Bay Convention Center. We can see there. So see, we're going high, fly a lot quicker, and come down. Alright, so this is the Montego Bay Convention Center. Oh wow, the road. Okay, yeah, some fixing can go here on the road, but yeah, so this is the Montego Bay Convention Center. Oh, the road is a bit wavy here. Okay, I think what's happening here is the convention center is kind of sitting on a higher ground, but I don't think it's higher. It should be lower. Yeah, so that that could be another fix. But yeah, it's here, it's modeled, it's looking good, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty accurate. I don't think the building is that beaten up. It looks a little bit better in real life. It looks cleaner and nice and modern. I think they do kind of maintain it. I think this is a little bit too much weathering, right? But yeah, it looks a lot better than this in real life. Yeah, but it's here. It's pretty cool. It's here. Yeah. I like, if I were doing points of interest, I would do something probably a little bit different. But maybe a lot of people know the Montego Bay Convention Center because I guess like a lot of foreign entities do use the Montego Bay airport, and then once they land, they do have conventions here. So maybe more people know this place. But I would have probably on my list there would be it would be a bit different. Alright, the next place is Rose Hall Great House. Right, so yeah. And I think this is this the tomb? There's like a lady that was like she was a plantation owner, and she was said to be very cruel, and her spirit still haunts this house. I don't remember her name. I'll have to look up. But yeah, the Rose Hall Great House is very popular with tourists as a tourist destination. Yep, I think people also get married here. Yeah, on these steps here. Oh, it's pretty cool. All right, let's fly all the way across to the next side of the island, and we're gonna go to St. Catherine. Okay, so let's look for Colbeck Castle. I think it's somewhere here. Okay, wait for it to load. I've not looked at it in game as yet, but I think it's somewhere here. Okay, I can't find it. Where is it? I think it was somewhere here. Is it more to the north? Alright, let's zoom out a little bit. So when I looked, so this is here we go. Okay, here it is, Colbeck Castle. Okay, this is pretty interesting. I've never heard of this place before, so this is the first time hearing about it, right? Yeah, this is pretty neat that they included this. Oh, some pretty nice architecture. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So I guess we can look up what this is about, and oh yeah, there's a tree growing out of the house, and we can come back and we can probably tell a story about that one. Alright, now let's go into Kingston. Are we going the right direction? Yep. So now let's go. Is this the right? Yep, I'm in the right spot. Okay, so let's go to King's house, which is right here. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, okay, this is... So this is the King's house gate. So they didn't do the gate. I guess I just did the building itself, but there's a gate right here. So this is actually a gatehouse, and this is Old Hope Road. I don't think it's so bushy in this area, but yeah, the trees look really big here and tall, and yeah, there's not like the right vegetation right here. But yeah, this is a gate. Let's go over to King's house here. So this is where the office of the Prime Minister is, I believe. Yeah. And there are some 3D buildings that I'm not 100% sure it's accurate, but yeah, like these are like residential houses, and they're definitely not here. So and I just really don't think the vegetation is that much in this area. So maybe I'll do another mod here and just clean up some of this vegetation and make it look a little bit more presentable. And I think this room here is like the press hall where they give like press events and stuff like that, right? Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And the last place on our list is Independence Park, or the National Stadium. Yeah. So yeah, so this is a National Stadium. Like this, yeah, I think I'm just telling you, it just looks so much smaller. I don't know, maybe it's the zoom of the lens or something. But yeah, it just looks smaller. But anyway, yeah, this is the National Stadium. Right? This is where Usain Bolt started his legacy in the Boys and Girls Championships in Jamaica. It's pretty cool. The tracks were once red, now they are blue. And one thing that was missing from here, there's like oh, maybe it's this? No, I think there's like a bigger section of like VIP boxes that hang from the ceiling here or something. I don't think that's there. I think this is like where the commentator sits. Yep. And we have the bleachers. And this is a cycle track around here. And this is where Jamaica celebrated their independence from the British. Yeah. So that's why it's called Independence Park. So this building here is the National Arena, but it just looks like a default building. But it works. Right? So and you have Stadium West, like the west section of the stadium anyway. And you have some fields, volleyball court and netball court and tennis. Right? And then on this side is the Stadium East. Right? So you have a smaller track here. Well, maybe it's about the same size, but yeah. Look at what they did. Oh my god. They really cut some shortcuts here. I don't know if that's how it really looks. I doubt it. I doubt that's how it really looks. Yeah, it works. Yeah, so that's basically it. But there are a couple of buildings I would have included, right? So this is something I did. Oh, you know what I wanted to show as well before we go. So those are the points of interests, right? But I wanted to also show that they did update a lot of the satellite imagery, because a lot of the satellite imagery for Jamaica before was maybe 15, almost 20 years old. They were very, very old pictures of Jamaica, right? And a lot of stuff changed since the pictures were originally taken. So I created this. This is Up Park Camp, and it's a helicopter base, basically. Alright, give me 1 second. Yes, so This is Up Park Camp, yeah, and you can see where the border for certain things are a bit different. So I'm gonna have to come back in and make some modifications to this mod to line up the things with the satellite imagery, right? But look at that. That is cool. You can actually see the roads, and now the buildings that I placed are like much more, like, it looks a lot more realistic now because you can actually see where the roads are, right? That's so cool. So yep, I have some work to do. So yeah, so the satellite imagery is updated. But before I go on, so this is Hero Circle. But before I go on, I wanted to see, like, what would some of my picks be as, you know, areas. So one of my picks would be like this here, downtown Kingston. I would definitely add, like, this waterfront area here would be one of my point of interest picks. So because this is like an iconic scenery to land at Norman Manley, so I don't know, maybe because I didn't do Norman Manley International Airport, they did not do this scenery here, but you can see the satellite imagery is so much better. It looks so much sharper, right, and clear. And then because it's so much clearer, the building placement using Black Shark AI is a lot more accurate. So like downtown Kingston looks more like downtown Kingston now. Like, yeah, it just looks so good. Alright, so another area of my choosing that I would pick is, I think is it this? Let me check. It's in Half a Tree, and it's here. I would do the Half a Tree Transportation Center. That would be really cool to see, but it's just now like this big blocky building. But yeah, the Half a Tree Transportation Center would be really cool. Yeah, but you know, if any of you guys do 3D modeling and would love to partner in doing some Jamaican scenery, yeah, reach out to me. That'll be something I'd like to do. Alright, so yeah, there's one other place I wanted to show you that the scenery improved is the North-South Highway. Now, before, yeah, I think this section was in there before in the satellite imagery, but then like after about this point it turned into like dirt, because that's how old the satellite images were. They were when the North-South Highway was under construction, and all of this was dirt before, but now most of it is now road. And I would love to do a mod so you can see like how it looks wonky and wavy and weird. I think I want to do a mod where I come through and edit the road and change the elevations of the road to make it look a little bit more, so you know, yeah, something. And some of the rivers as well, because you can see like the rivers going up the side of the hill. That's not so realistic, right? So when you come down a little bit and you start to see it, it kind of looks crazy, right? So I want to fix some of that. So this is an area that I fixed. So a lot of these rivers were going up on the side of the hill, and I fixed it here because I did I don't remember the name of this farm. It's in St. Catherine, in just outside of Bogwalk. But yeah, I did this farm. There's an airport, or like an airstrip that was there. I don't know if they use it anymore, but yeah, I did this. So yeah, but look, yeah, most of this is now in, so you can see roads. Anyway, the video has gone on long enough. I think I will cut it here, but I'm pretty happy with all the changes that have happened in Jamaica. So if you like this video and you want me to go through some of the other changes in some of the other countries in the Caribbean, give me a like and make a comment in the description. Okay. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and you can see I'm hotly pursued by the family, so I gotta go. See you later, guys. Bye.